All right, we're live, boys.
We're live on Bookit.
We are live on Bookit's platform.
Cool.
Start talking.
Hold on, I'm going live.
Go live on TikTok too.
What up, peeps, if you're in here? It's the show where units get deployed. Fired off into the unit sphere.
You can call TRENT'S units a kamikaze because they are going with no return.
I'll show you, JJ. I'm like Bob the Builder with this bankroll.
Oh, God.
Starting last night. Shout out Padres. Now I got a bankroll to play with. Now I got a bankroll to play with, damn it. We're about to get started with this show. What's the play? Welcome, TikTok streamers. It's going to be a good one.
I'm almost done.
We munching on some units? We sure are.
Trent, did you end up hitting that parlay?
I had two yesterday. One of them hit.
Nice.
The bigger one hit, which was huge. So if you actually want to watch this show, go to our go to the Bookit Sports Twitter. It's like graphics and everything. Graphics and the whole nine. My choice of art, dude. Picasso in the background. Fuck a sports ticker, jerseys. We got Picasso in the background. It doesn't get any better than that. We're starting this show pretty soon. What are we nuking? You already know what I'm nuking. You already know. You already know about Bet Openly. I cannot see the comments. I can pull them up, though. Oh, we got some comments. What up, ladies and gents? McSneak, Polar Knights. All ears for the show. Let's go, baby. Book's begging us to take the Cowboys. Bucks are the play. Bucks -8. Shit. Where's my tiny phone? Can you throw me my tiny phone? Is it not right there? Fuckers.
Yeah, 60 seconds. 60 till the show starts.
All right, guys, we're going live in 60 seconds.
Going to the bank.
If you guys want to text in a question or come over to the live, go to the link in my bio and text me.
Niners -7.5. Yes, sir. Niners. Where we watch the show. Go to our Twitter account, Bookit Sports Twitter. We're starting right now. We're starting literally right now. Way better quality show.
Really right now. Okay.
All right, fellas, we ready to get this thing going?
Yes, sir.
Let's get her going. Let's get her going, baby. I'm telling you, it's a trap game. Cowboys are going to cover. No, they're not. No, they're not. 2-possession game. JJ, we good?
Yep, coming out.
Let's get it going.
All right. Just had to get a drink to listen to your picks, man, because I had to make them look kind of sexy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Anyway, guys, welcome to the first episode of What's the Play. I am taking the points, also known as JJ. You can call me whatever you want. I got two of the most degenerate guys on TikTok joining me. We got Mr. Bookit himself. Trent Adia is in the building. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Fade What was it? Clown Crown? That was the best name I've ever heard in my life.
Fade chain, clown crown, whatever you want, I'll take it.
Love it. But he guarantees that he's going to make profit. We were talking before the show. He guarantees that he's going to be making some cash this NFL season. And I'm also joined by Matthew Tanner. Excited to be a part of this. We just kind of caught up this in the past week and a half. So this is exciting. What's up, Matt?
What's good, guys? Let's do this.
You gonna kill my bookmaker?
I will kill your bookmaker.
And you guys know me taking
How
the
do I
points.
get paid out?
Let's fade it out. Anyway, guys, you guys know me. We're all good. We're excited for this episode. So let's go ahead and get started with a recap of this past week. First and foremost, did you guys hear the news about Gus Edwards?
Don't even get
Yes.
me started on that. I had him on two $250 fantasy football leagues. I lost him on both leagues.
Yeah,
Sorry, Gus Edwards?
I had
I
Gus
didn't get-
Edwards on 2 leagues.
I didn't get to Le'Veon Bell fast enough, unfortunately. He was already swooped.
God, you would think that Yahoo would update the waiver wire quicker so you could put a bid in or whatever, go to the free agency, but it just didn't. I had Gus Edwards literally in all 3 of my leagues. If you're a degenerate, you have more than 1 league. And I think all of us have more than 1 league.
I missed them both, though.
Missed them both. That's good, though. That's good. You're already on the winning side. So for me, like going into tonight's games, I'm already on the losing side. So I feel like it's going to balance its way out in a way. You know, if you already lose in one bet, you feel pretty good about your next bet. I feel like that's the case here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's how I live my whole life.
Oh, man. But the crazy part about that is, real quick, I'm going to get to our picks here in a second. The Browns were plus 130, I believe, to win the division. They were the second favorite behind the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Baltimore Ravens already lost J.K. Dobbins. They lost their third-string guy in Justice Hill, who I heard on TikTok was compared to the next Reggie Bush. That's a bunch of bullshit. But then they also just lost Gus Edwards. Luckily for them, they do have Le'Veon Bell. Not sure how known he is in that system yet, but it could be very interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to catch on right away. I saw that they signed Devontae Freeman already as well. But, I mean, now I think the Cleveland Browns are looking very appetizing to kind of hammer to win that AFC North division. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I had them before the injuries. I love the Cleveland Browns this year to win that division. I still think the Ravens get in as a wild card team. But again, we talked about this the other day, JJ. Like, there's now not a single player in all of football that has to do more with less in Lamar Jackson. So take a look at those MVP odds in Lamar Jackson. He if he puts this team on his back, wins the division, he's going to be running the ball, throwing the ball down the field. He's going to be the ultimate fantasy football machine, I think, even more so with these running back injuries. And I think I've seen his odds as high as like 24-1 to win MVP of the league this year. It's definitely something to take a look at.
Definitely worth a sprinkle on that MVP, because if the Ravens are going to be any relevant at all this year, it's going to be because of what Lamar Jackson is able to do. And if they find a way into the playoffs, shit, he's probably in the MVP conversation. What are the odds on it?
I've seen it as high as 24-1. Might need to double check me on that, but it's pretty high.
That's worth a sprinkle, boys.
He's got to put the team on his back. And I think that someone's value on that team definitely skyrocketed too. And that's their new signee of Mark Andrews, who signed that highest tight end deal in history of the NFL at $56 million for 4 years. I think he's going to have a monstrous year now that they got rely heavily on him in the passing game. You got Marquise Brown and, of course, Bateman, who they got in the draft this year. So that's going to be interesting. But anyway, to start the show, we usually go over a recap just like that, but we're going to go ahead and transition into the bad beat of the week. And for me, as most of you guys know, I got my ass absolutely obliterated. Is that the word, how you say it? Obliterated in the preseason. Matt's always preaching you shouldn't bet on preseason games. Look at him smile and smirk. I mean, good God almighty. Show some sympathy. We're freaking co-hosts now, and you're fucking looking at me like that.
I love seeing people lose on preseason.
Same.
This is embarrassing. Nick, please roll the clip and show these people what the hell happened to me.
Lennon gonna heave it. Blocked for the touchdown. Damian Willis with 8 seconds to go.
Really? Damian Willis?
How many units we lose on that?
That was a $250 48-yard heave.
That's not a Bob the Bankroll builder.
No, it's not, Trent. No, it is not. It is not a Bob the Bankroll builder at all. It was tough. It was definitely tough. I definitely gave my wife the cold shoulder that night. But you know what? It is what it is. It happens. That's what I get for betting on preseason. And Sean Wade, I guarantee you this: if when Gilmore's out this week and another corner goes down and you're in for that game, because I know you're still on the Patriots, best believe I'm going to hammer the wide receiver player prop, whoever you're covering, 110%. I'm going all in on it. How do you fall down in the corner of the end zone like that unless you have a bunch of money on the game?
Hey, you're in a job.
He did. Yeah, lucky for him.
Third stringer, he made it.
Yeah, well, good for him. Anyway, let's get to the moment, or get to the reason why most of y'all are tuning in right now. Our picks of the week.
That's all they want from us.
That's all they want. You know, Matt came on the show and said, "Oh, they want my picks." The same with me, and then same with, well, I don't think they really want Trent's picks, but you know, they come in and they want our picks. But we're gonna go ahead and give them to you. Maybe they want Trent's picks to fade them. But here's the week NFL 1 matchups. We have the Dallas Cowboys obviously getting 8 points tonight. In some books right now, we haven't updated this, but it's at +9. I've even seen it as high as +9.5. We got the Cardinals, Titans -3. Falcons -3 against the Eagles. Broncos -3 against the Giants, visiting the Meadowlands. And you also have the Jacksonville Jaguars -3, which that blows my mind. You got the LA Chargers and the Washington football team, with the football team getting a point at home. Seattle and the Indianapolis Colts. Seattle getting or the Indianapolis Colts at home getting 2.5. You got the Green Bay Packers visiting Jacksonville, Florida, with the New Orleans Saints. They are -4.5 point favorites. You got the Buffalo Bills hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers -6.5. You got the Minnesota Vikings visiting Cincinnati, with the Minnesota Vikings being -3. You got the Dolphins at the Patriots with Mac Jones, now the starter, -3. You got the Baltimore Ravens with no running backs on that roster besides Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman at -4.5 at Oakland, or at Los Angeles Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders rather. You got the Jets, Panthers, 49ers -7.5 against the Lions. Browns +6.5 visiting Arrowhead, which is a mind boggler too. And then you got the Los Angeles Rams -7.5 against the Chicago Bears. Let's start with you, Matt. I know you're excited to get to this slate. I see you licking your lips a little bit. Let's start with you. What are your best picks of the week?
Matt's horny for the slate. He's been waiting.
Yeah, I absolutely love. There's one game in particular I've been looking at for 3 straight weeks that I'm going to start with. I'm locking in the under 42.5. The Denver Broncos are traveling to New York to the New York Giants. And when you look at this game right off the bat and you look at the matchup, think about it, guys. You got Daniel Jones, right? And you got Saquon Barkley coming back from injury. And we know what the Denver Broncos want to do. They decided to go with Teddy Bridgewater. He's not going to win you games. He's not going to lose you games either. He's going to move the chains. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to want to win games with their defense. So I really love this team in general to be an under team this season. And even one of the New York Giants wide receivers said that he likes their offense this year, but he believes that they're going to come out extremely slow, or even just a little bit slow, just simply because there's not a lot of continuity there. There's been a lot of guys coming in and out with injuries. So I think right off the bat, I think that this team is not going to be able to score against what I believe is a top 3 defense in the entire NFL in the Denver Broncos. I think they have by far the best secondary in the entire league. So that's going to be my first pick. And for all of those reasons, my second pick, I'm going with the Broncos in this game too. I don't typically like laying that many points on the road, but I like the final prediction. My final prediction in this game is going to be 20-10 Denver. So I think that they're going to more than easily cover the spread. And then I also think that this game is going to go well under. I would not be surprised if the Giants don't score more than 3 points by halftime in this game. I think they're really going to struggle against this defense in general. I got one more pick, don't I?
I was telling the TikTok squad low key what the move is tonight.
Yeah. I got one more pick. All right, I got one more pick, guys. The Tennessee Titans. And if you guys follow me on TikTok, I've been putting this pick out for a couple weeks now. When I first started with it, it was going to be a max play originally, but 70% of the action is on the Titans. So I put it down to 2 units now. I still really like this play. I think a lot of people forget that the Titans were just 1 game away from the Super Bowl just a couple years ago. I love the fact that Derrick Henry, I think he's the best running back in all football. Coming into this season fresh, I think now you got A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on the outside. If you're a defensive coordinator, how do you really stop this team? I think defensive coordinators are going to be kept up all night trying to think about how do we stop this Tennessee Titans team with those receivers on the outside and Derrick Henry running up the middle. I like Tennessee to win this game 34-24, and I think they'll easily cover the 3 points.
Tennessee Titans are a very good team. They're very underrated in my opinion. I mean, not really underrated per se, but a lot of people are kind of counting them out because of that defense. Anyway, I am. I'm not really sold on them. We'll see what happens there. But I mean, the 3 points getting it at home. So if you put them at a neutral field, you're going to be a pick 'em. If you go into Arizona, you're going to be 3-point underdogs. Does that scare you at all? I mean, does that kind of make you skirmish? It would make me.
No, I mean, look, I think if they can get out to an early lead and they can continue to feed King Henry, I think that they're really going to wear down that Arizona defense. They were the 21st ranked run defense last season. They haven't made a ton of additions. At the end of the day, I think Tennessee, they continue to feed Henry, and what do you do as a defense? If you double team Julio or A.J. Brown, they're just going to continue to feed Henry. If you stack the box, they're going to hit Julio or A.J. Brown on a slant route or down the field. I just think it's a matchup nightmare for this Cardinals defense. And again, I hate the fact that the public is all over Tennessee because otherwise this would be a 3-unit play. But that's a 2-unit play for me. My 3-unit max play is on that Broncos under, and then my 2-unit play is on the Denver Broncos -3. Those are my 3 picks for the weekend. Let's hear what you got, Trent.
I like that under in that Broncos game, and I like the Titans. The public's all over that, and I'm a mascot of the public, so damn well I'm probably going to be on that as well. However, you're about to see the difference between what it sounds like to have your plays broken down by a sharp and by an absolute degen. And my plays, I've got 3 plays for you: a 1-unit, a 2, and a 3-unit play. Let's start with where we're at right now in Los Angeles. The Rams going against the Bears. They have Andy Dalton starting for Chicago against this Rams defense. Rams are favored -7.5. I'm sorry, this is an absolute lock, but I'm only putting a unit on it just because those 7.5 spreads sketch me out. But I think that the Rams are wanting to prove and start out hot this year. Going up against the Bears, you got Andy Dalton slinging it back there. We know how much he loves to throw to the opposing team. I'm not betting on Andy Dalton. I actually love more than anything betting against Andy Dalton, former TCU Frog, baby. But still, despite the alumni status, I'm fading my boy Andy Dalton all day and twice on Sunday. I'm going Rams -7.5. Their defense is too good. The offense for the Chicago Bears, they're not going to have their shit figured out yet, and they're going to want to get Fields in there as fast as possible. Week 1, sorry, it ain't happening. Andy Dalton's your QB, and as long as he's slinging it, I'm fading you.
I'll tell you what, Trent, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Trent. Real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you. I completely agree with you. I think that the freaking Rams are going to basically attend Andy Dalton's funeral this week. This is going to be his last game. In my opinion, they're setting him up. They don't want to imagine putting your rookie quarterback up against freaking Aaron Donald. That's the biggest mistake you can make.
Yeah, no, that would be a recipe for an absolute disaster.
Right? And then you have an easy game the following week against Cincinnati. Just take the L, Andy Dalton, and get ready, Chicago, because you have a new quarterback. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I totally agree with that pick, though. I love that pick.
No, you're good. It's like, fuck it, we'll put Andy out there. Hope he stays alive. It's literally what they're doing. So give me the Rams -7.5. I like it. I don't love it. That's why it's a 1-unit play. Riding with the Rams in that defense. And we're not even talking about Matt Stafford. Give me Staffgoat in the pocket, new weapons, new offense, and an actual defense that wants to show up and play. Rams are covering. Next play. You already know what it is, boys. Bucks -8. Yes, I did get it at -8 last night. I sat in my room and debated, am I gonna be a cheap fuck and not buy the hook, or when I saw it at 7.5 and then I waited too long, got to 8. Thankfully, I didn't wait any longer because now I literally am seeing it right now at 9.5, and I would not take the 9.5. That's just sus. I don't know, but I don't know why the 8 sounds better to me. It's not like, 8's going to cover, 9.5 won't. I guarantee you that doesn't happen. However, the Bucks are going to dominate tonight. Why? They're bringing back every single starter that won the Super Bowl just a few months ago. Why? Everyone got their COVID vaccine. Tom Brady's like, you guys want to win a Super Bowl this year? Don't think around. Go get your fucking shot in your arm. Guess what? Every single player got it done. They're not dealing with any of that bullshit this year. And I love that about this team because they don't want any distractions. They just want to go out there, compete, win, and kick everybody's ass on the field. And that's exactly what they're going to do against an opponent, the only opponent you'd want to do this the worst to, the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady is going to come out. He's going to have 4 touchdown passes. There's going to be 2 rushing touchdowns. It's going to be a slaughter in this game. I think the Cowboys win 35-10. Cover the spread, 8, 9, 20.5, whatever you got it at. You're safe because Cowboys ain't covering. I'm all over them. 2 units on the Bucks. The next play, my max unit Super Goat Whale lock of the week. Not too many people are going to like this one. It's the Seattle Seahawks on the road at -2.5 against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, before you chirp me and flood the comments, I would actually love to. I mean, I can't hear you because you're in the audience and I'm over here. But I would love to hear a reason as to why or what intrigues you about the Colts and what have they proved to go up against the Seahawks and win in this Week 1 matchup. They got Carson Wentz, who's already banged up, in a brand-new offense. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing against the Seattle defense that's got a chip on their shoulder, that's ready for a big year, and they're hungry and they're itching to come back to Seattle with a win against Indianapolis. They're going to win by I think, a touchdown, 2.5. Hopefully if they do win, they can get it done by at least a field goal. But Seattle is notorious for not covering spreads, similar to the Kansas City Chiefs. They constantly fuck my lays over. But I'm high on Seattle this year. I'm high on Russell Wilson, very high on DK Metcalf, high on Chris Carson. They're going to not only make the playoffs this year, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year, and they're going to cover against the Colts in Week 1. Book it.
I think you're high in general if you think they're going to cover that. Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention much because once you said your pick, I was literally on the phone locking in the Colts +2.5 there. No, but Trent, but no, what I got out of that though too, before that, when I want to just go back to Tom Brady real quick and that spread. To be honest with you, I think everybody has a golden rule when it comes to sports betting. There's certain things that people don't bet on because of a certain reason. My number one commandment, and I only have one commandment in my little Bible of taking the points, and that's not to bet against Tom Brady. You just can't bet against Tom Brady. I don't care if it's with the points or without the points. You just can't do it. You shouldn't do it. It's stupid. After you're done and you lose the bet, you're like, damn, I can't believe I bet against Tom Brady. Or damn, I can't believe I did. It's better off just leave it alone. You know what I mean? I think that, the Dallas defense is horrible. I think they're going to be up a lot. I think people are going to freak out towards the end on that cover at the end. And I want to ask you guys this, because this is a question that I've always had that was always running through my head. When that spread opened, it was 7.5 when it opened up. Right? It got all the way up to 9.5. If you took it early at 7.5, say for $220 to win $200, and now it's up at 9.5 over on this side, are you hedging on that other side and hoping it middles out and just losing the $40 juice?
No. It's just not. It's not a significant enough difference. It's not like it's 8 versus 10.5. When they could lose by 10 and then it can make sense. But I do want to be on record here. I have a weird, very strange feeling that the Cowboys are going to be down 14 late in the game. They're going to score a touchdown and go for 2, and they're going to get it. Or no, they're not going to get it, and they're going to lose by 8 points.
Oh, my.
And then people that had them at -7.5 won, and then people that had them at 8.5 lost. I'm calling that right now.
I mean, now I'm wishing I just wasn't a cheap fuck and bought the hook.
Hey, there's always live betting though. You can always live bet it.
No, there will definitely be some live action thrown around, for sure.
And if you go to teaser now at 9.5, it's now a shitty teaser. You do a 6-point teaser, and now you're taking a team -3.5. So there is some impact there from a betting standpoint. If you are going on a teaser, if 7.5, you get 2.5 or 1.5, and they can win by a field goal. But now on a teaser, it's very difficult to tease a 9.5-point spread unless you're going a 7-point teaser.
Yeah, I'm like looking at it, man, because like when you bring up a teaser, and if you want to talk about teasers, I mean, I could talk about this stuff all day, but I can literally see you teasing both sides here and both sides hitting. So if you want to put your, Tampa Bay in a teaser -7, -2, -2.5, and you want to go on the other side and take Dallas, -15.5 or -15, I think both of those are good there. And you can tease them with something on Sunday, say the Rams straight up or whatever it is, because it's going to be like a 0.5 point. Or -1. I think that's a good play there. And you can maybe even hit the $100 on the -2, and then like also another $100 on the +15 on Dallas if the Rams cover. But who knows? Rams could blow it, and then we're just sitting there with our dick in our hands, and that's that. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get to the real reason why you guys are here, right? Let's go to my place.
Let's hear this.
Exactly. I appreciate that, Trent. You admitted it, and I'm glad that you're here now listening to me. So maybe I could teach you a thing or two. Just kidding.
You look cute over there.
Easy.
Look at him. Look at this guy.
I'm smiling, man. I'm smiling cheek to cheek. It's NFL Sunday, man. It's NFL kickoff. It feels so good. I'm so happy. I'm cocky. I have all my money in the bank ready for me. I'm ready to get to the place. Let's start with one of my smaller plays for the week. I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Cleveland Browns. And to be honest with you guys, I like Cleveland here in this spot. Fellas, let's look at the Cleveland Browns roster. They brought in Jadeveon Clowney on the outside to complement Myles Garrett. They already have a great secondary. Now you look at their offense, they have a 1-2 punch in Kareem Hunt, and they also have Nick Chubb. And now don't you forget about Odell Beckham. Guys, I am tired of the Odell Beckham slander. And I'm not a real big Odell Beckham guy, but the dude's a legitimate threat. If they did what they did to get Jarvis Landry open as much as they did, now they have a deep threat in Odell Beckham and another route runner in Odell Beckham. Do you think that their offense is going to get better? Of course it is. Of course it is. And the best part about it is not just the players, but there's so much more on the line in this game, and that's the revenge aspect of it. These two teams met in what was it? Not in the division round, but the round the next round after that, the second round of the playoffs. And the Browns really should have won that game. They were right there. That fumble in the end zone that happened really set them back. I think that they're going to hold on to that animosity a little bit. And if you look across the board at all the 6-point plus favorite spreads, you got the Buffalo Bills against the Steelers. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. You got the Los Angeles Rams. You got the San Francisco 49ers. And now you got the Cleveland Browns. Plus, I think there's going to be one of those teams that end up upsetting the team that they're playing against. And I think your best bet is the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what you guys think.
For some reason, I can see Cleveland coming into Kansas City week 1 and winning outright and easily covering the spread. We talked about this earlier. Like, if they can get off to a fast start and punch Kansas City in the mouth, I mean, this Cleveland Browns roster is the top 2 or 3 rosters in the entire NFL.
Trent's not saying anything. He's not impressed.
I'm tweaking out about. It sounds like you're talking over yourself, like a little echo.
Oh, is it?
Are we good? Wait, say something.
Hello.
Something.
It sounds a little better. We're all right. Sorry, I was like tripping out.
All
but
good.
no, I love the Browns. I'm also on the Browns. I have them in a cheeky 4-teamer I uploaded on TikTok earlier yesterday. I would not be shocked if the Browns actually won this one outright. I ain't touching it, but I like the +6 for a couple of reasons, because Chiefs just don't ever fucking cover. Like, trust me, I know from experience. I lost so much money on them last year, just not being able to cover, but they always win the games they don't cover. It's insane. And I like the Browns. I'm high on the Browns this year. I think their offense is definitely, top 5 in the league. And I think their defense is hungry and ready to go, dude. And I like the points here.
I think Vegas really did a good job selecting this line, to be quite honest with you. I just think having a game in Kansas City in Arrowhead, one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL, you can probably mark them top 3, top 4. They're always trying to compete to get that, that loud meter up as loud as they can on Monday Night Football to be the loudest stadium on record. And they're always competing for that spot. And for a team to come in like the Browns and only be plus 6.5, it shows you the grit and how much respect Vegas has, especially after a Super Bowl loss and how hungry Kansas City is going to be to start the season. They're going to go up against a team in Cleveland with a great head coach of the year last year, don't forget, in Stefanski. He's going to find ways to exploit Kansas City and possibly get this win. So I love the play. It's only a unit play for me. I don't want to go too crazy because I know how out of hand Kansas City can get if they get hot, especially with Pat Mahomes as quarterback. But I do like it for a unit. Lock that one in. And now let's go to my second play. Let's talk about this.
Thanks for spending 5 minutes on a 1-unit play.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Don't act like you're not going to lock that one in. Oh.
Thanks,
Okay,
man.
let's go to the next one. I'm sorry about that. Let's go to my next play. This is a 2-unit one for me. I'm looking at the Detroit Lions and San Francisco 49ers. Okay. San Francisco last year had a lot of injuries. They lost Jimmy Garoppolo. They lost Kittle. They lost, their running backs were in and out. Bosa went down. There was a lot of problems with that team. And coming into this season I had to look at it twice because I couldn't believe it when I saw the win totals. They're sitting at 11.5 total wins for the season. Going from how they started last year or how they ended last year and going into this season, 11.5 total wins, that's kind of, eye-opening there. And then you go into a game like with Detroit when they're playing in Detroit I don't know if you guys saw this report, but supposedly DeAndre Swift is wanted right now for a murder charge. Crazy. This is breaking news like a few hours ago. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I don't know about Jared Goff. I mean, he literally got pushed aside by the Rams and got a better quarterback. His confidence is down. You got no offensive line. You had to draft someone from Oregon who hasn't played.
Give me the damn play.
We're going with the freaking 49ers. Minus 7.5. Below the minus 7.5. You could tease them if you want there too. I think they win by 17. You put them at San Francisco, they're going to be 2 touchdown favorites. Let's go with the 49ers.
I love that one too. Sorry to chirp you there, but I love that one as well. I think the Lions.
I'm getting the feeling that Trent is going to be betting like huge favorites all season.
That's the safest bet we'll say all show.
Yeah. What's your third play, JJ?
All right, my lock of the day. I'm going to make this short and simple so Trent doesn't tweak out like he did on my echo. So let's go ahead and look at the over 52 and the Arizona Cardinals and Tennessee Titans. I posted this video on my TikTok a couple of days ago. I got a lot of freaking feedback from a bunch of trolls from under the bridge, right? There's no chance. Why are you betting on an over so early in the season? It's because both of these teams have no defense. Can you literally tell me and count on one hand a player on the defense for both teams that will make an impact against either team?
Buda Baker.
Okay, that's one. Go ahead, Trent. I want you to keep going. No cell phone allowed. Please show Trent so he's not on his cell phone looking this up. Buda Baker.
Buda Baker.
What?
Oh, JJ Watt. Come on. Titans.
Yep, it's fun. Good times. Yeah. Anyway, neither team has a defense. I like Byard a lot. Got Janoris Jenkins on Tennessee. You got Bud Dupree coming off a 20 seal. Nothing really surprises me. You can't really stop. Like Matt was saying earlier, that offense is too hard to stop on Tennessee. You got Derrick Henry. You got the 2 outside guys, and Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. The only question mark to me is is Ryan Tannehill. I don't know if he really is that guy. We're about to find it out this year because he wasn't that guy in Miami, but he turned things around with a good running game and all that. Kyler Murray, they're expected a big year. Their coach is against the wall. If Arizona strikes first, best believe this game is going to go probably in the 60s. So I'm going to put that on record now. If Arizona strikes first, this game will be in the 60s when it ends. 31,
write that down.
Right around in there. I think it's going to be close, but just know it's going to be a great game, a high-scoring affair, but I'm looking forward to it.
If Arizona strikes first, this game will be in the 60s. I have that written down.
Look, guaranteed. it will go into the 60s if Arizona strikes first.
What's the line? 52.5?
52. 52. I got it at 52.
That's going to be I could see that hitting. I actually like that. As much as I like to chirp, you actually like that over.
I appreciate it, Trent. Thanks for getting on my good side after the chirps earlier. I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, I love player props. You guys know me from the NBA season, and you, Matt, as well. I know he's a big player prop guy. Love player props. It's one of my favorite things to do. Let's go ahead and get into player props for today. We started with Matt last time. I want to move to Trent because I know he's got something fun up his sleeve, something actually that had my mouth watering. Let's go with Trent. Trent, what's your favorite player prop of the week?
Okay, well, before I get into it, I just want to say I'm not the biggest player prop sports bettor like our boy JJ is, taking completions and yards and all that other shit. But if you show me 4 digits on a line that's like a wild card prop, you know you got my mouth watering. And that's the first touchdown scorer prop. I love it. I love doing it on every primetime game, Thursdays, Mondays, Sunday night, and you can catch me on these bets basically every primetime game. For tonight, you know damn well I've got one. The first touchdown of the season, NFL season, will belong to Leonard Fournette at plus 1,000, and you can book it. Leonard is going to score the first touchdown because Tom Brady and the Bucs are going to receive, and then they're going to drive down the field, have a hell of a drive, going to take some time off the clock. But Brady's going to get one huge completion that's going to be for about 40, 50 yards, break some tackles, great field position. And then Ronald Jones is going to get the ball around the 17-yard line. He's going to run it to about the 3-yard line. They're going to bring in the bulldozer, Leonard, and he's going to run it right in. And I'm going to make $1,000 off this one play, and we'll see you in a couple hours after it absolutely smacks.
Good luck. That's all I got to say.
Hey, that's all you really can say on a prop that's plus 1,000.
All right, my player prop, and actually I think O.J. Howard is going to get that first touchdown, but I'm staying away from the first TD props. My player prop, I'm taking O.J. Howard over 19.5 receiving yards, 18.5, 19.5 on most sports books at this point. I love this bet. Tom Brady loves his tight ends. Just 2 days ago, he said that O.J. Howard is poised to have a breakout season. And when you look at this Tampa Bay team, you cannot double cover any single player on this team. You got Antonio Brown in the slot. You got Godwin, Evans. You got absolute studs at the receiver position. And Brady loves tight ends. Like, I believe O.J. Howard is going to be that prime Rob Gronkowski for the Buccaneers this year and for Tom Brady. I got him going for 50-plus yards tonight.
I feel like I have to give a first player touchdown because you got O.J. Howard. What was that? I think what we said was like plus 1,700, so 17-1.
He's 17-1.
I think it was something like that, or 16-1. Was it something? I believe Trent had it, or it was 18-1, close to that. Trent's got Leonard Fournette 10-1. I'm gonna go with my guy from Cincinnati. I'm gonna go with Giovanni Bernard to score first. And I think he's actually plus. I think he's at plus 1,800 when I saw it. So I like Giovanni Bernard to score, like the little James White from New England that Tom Brady needs.
If Giovanni Bernard scores the first touchdown, I don't know what I'd do. I would do something because that ain't happening.
Trent, you want to make a bet?
Yes, I do.
Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Let's go. I think you showed me some nice little some apparel that someone teamed up with the NFL with.
No, you're going to bring this up?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Look, you got Leonard Fournette. All right, you got Leonard Fournette. I'll take Giovanni Bernard. If none of them score, the bet's off. First touchdown, by the way. First touchdown.
Yeah.
None of them score, that's that. If one of them scores, say if Giovanni Bernard scores, do we have that picture of the apparel
Nick,
that I want you to wear?
Pull it up, Nick. I think Nick. There it is.
Oh my
the
God.
Ooh, look at that jacket, man.
An Ed Sheeran limited edition. Oh my God. NFL merch. So if Leonard scores first, JJ's got to rep Ed Sheeran NFL merch for a month of us doing this show. And if Giovanni Bernard, which is so gross, I love my chances, scores the first touchdown, then shit. I guess I'm rocking Ed Sheeran.
I think you guys should make this an any touchdown bet because I don't think either of those guys are scoring first.
Anytime, the
Any
first of
touchdown
the
bet.
pair, the first.
I don't
want to
do that. I could see Fournette punching it in. I could see Fournette punching it in at one point.
Yeah, because you're scared.
I'm not
It's
scared. I
fucking
made the
Giovanni
bet. I made the bet. I'll shake out.
You're scared, dude. You just scared. You just know that I actually have like a chance here, and you're just like, "Fuck, all right, let's see."
Well, first touchdown's going to be a pass by Tom Brady. They're going to let this old man come in, the GOAT, score a passing touchdown to get everyone hyped up. This man's 44 years old. He's throwing a touchdown in your ass.
It's going to be a
No, he's
20-yard.
not, JJ.
It's going to be a 20-yard pass to OJ Howard.
and you cash it over, and we both lose our first TD score in props.
Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and move forward. This is going to be my favorite segment of the show. I know it's Trent's. I know it's Matt's. We're going to get into live callers. Now, you can join us anytime you want. We would normally post the link up on our Twitter before the show starts where you can log in and actually go in and join the back room with any questions or anything that you have. It's a good time to ask us what you guys have. You can also hit us up in the comments with questions that you have, and we'll bring them up. And we also have a text at the bottom of the screen, a phone number where you can text in questions too. But today we actually have Andrew joining us, and I'm excited.
We got
to
someone.
him on.
We got someone?
Yeah, we got
what's good,
someone.
brother?
Hey.
Listen here.
Oh,
The
boy.
only thing you gotta book is a flight home when you're tailing this guy. Oh my Lord. Forget Vegas. Head on home. Back to mama's house. Woo-wee. I'm sure as hell I'm not betting the rent with this guy in the line. Now I'll get to the picks.
I'm not, are you talking about Trent or JJ?
I hope to God he is.
Both of them. Hold on. I got the suitcases ready. All right. Any more picks for me? Oh, I'm out of Dodge. I'll get to the picks though. You can already guess probably.
All right, so give us a 2-team parlay because if it hits, you get a $50. You get a $50 Venmo from us.
Yeah, you come in here red hot, chirping my picks. I'm hammering whatever the hell comes out of your mouth in these next 5 seconds. And if it doesn't hit, I'm coming for you. I got my bags right over there.
All right. And I'll pay your next Delta flight. How about that? To home. Here it is. Vikings cover. And you already know what's next. Football team covers. Hold it. I had to drink my coffee to stay up listening to these picks. Good Lord. First thing I did last night, you want to know? Drafted Justin Jackson. Why? Eckler's hurt. And if Eckler's hurt, that football team's defense running right through him. I don't care who's at quarterback. Herbert Hoover or other Herbert. I don't give a damn. Football team's running right through him. That's the 2-team parlay. Book it, as you would say.
I'm sold. Fuck. I'll hammer.
All right.
All right, we'll see you at the counter, or I'll see you at your place.
One of the two, my friend. One of the two.
Andrew, I think it's time to get a
Beautiful.
New Jersey, by the way.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Hey.
who's that?
Who is that? I don't want to talk about it. All right.
I know. I already know. I think it's time, though. I think it's time to go look at JJ over in the NFL Pro Shop.
Oh, is that Thielen?
Oh, my God.
No, is that way off?
You know, it don't matter. Justin Jefferson, Thielen, Cook, they're running right through him. All right? Book it. Book it. Cover.
Beautiful.
That's all I got. Any questions?
Hey, you sold me.
Hold on a minute. Don't boot me off yet. Hold on a minute. I want to respond to a pick made by, I think it was Trent earlier. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, please fade him. Please. It's about the Seahawks. I want to talk about that for a minute here. We're not dealing with the LOB anymore. This is not the LOB anymore.
So?
Seahawks to win a suit. Hold on a minute. You got to have lost your mind. You must have lost your mind. Russell Wilson, a couple of years back, I said maybe it would happen. This year, I got to take the Bucs or Green Bay. One of the two. And they're heavy favorites. Don't get me wrong, but that's one of the two. But Seahawks, you got to get out of here. Go back to the Dodgers, bud. How about that? Go back to the Dodgers.
Hey, get this guy out of here. I've had enough.
That was awesome.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. That was great.
Awesome.
That was great. That's exactly how I hoped that this would go down. What a wild card first caller That was a success, though. We got any more? No way. That was fun.
That was a good one.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Matt, do you have any questions thrown in from the users?
Let's take a look here.
That guy needs his own fucking show. Like, that guy was a character. Was he playing a character, or is that actually him?
I don't know. That was pretty impressive. He kept a straight face the whole time, so I think he was really himself.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That was terrific. Well, I'm going to take that two-teamer. What was it? Vikings spread, football team spread.
Football team, yeah.
Right.
It's 1 point.
I don't got a question, but Alpha Wolf said, "Tell JJ I said hi."
Classic.
Oh,
Classic.
God. Fuck that guy.
Someone out there. Somebody out there today had DeAndre Swift and Gus Bus.
Here's a question: Chris Godwin, will he go over 75 yards and the Bucks to win at plus 230? I'm gonna say no because I just think there's too many weapons to spread the ball for Tom Brady. So I can't see Godwin getting over 75 yards.
I know Godwin was also battling a quad injury, so that's kind of hard for me to take a player prop on their over, especially that high when they're battling an injury like in the quad or hamstring or wherever. So I'm going to say no to that as well.
I think Nick just pulled up a question. What was the one before?
I think it was a GoFundMe for your new phone case.
Oh, this is the old phone. This is my real phone.
Plot twist: the Bucks don't cover the DraftKings boost of plus 73. Try to sneak in a mustache. What? What? Bruh, what are we doing?
Where are these? Are these from Twitter?
No, these are from. They're from everywhere. Twitter and Twitch and wherever we're
In
streaming.
your phone case. This is an old phone, guys. It's been sitting. It's dusty. This is my real phone.
That was like a fossil.
Because I don't even have a case on this phone.
Well, just slap Bucks -9. Buy yourself a new phone case. Simple as that.
I'm taking OJ Howard. That's going to get me multiple phone cases.
Multiple phone cases.
I like
Sure.
this question right here. What's the final score of tonight? I know a lot of us, except for Trent, we didn't have that play, Matt. So, Matt, what is your final score in tonight's game?
I'm going 28. I'm going 28-20. It's going to be an 8-point game exactly.
You're gonna do that to me? You're gonna do that to me?
28-20. It's going to be 20. It's going to be 28-14, and then they're going to score. The Cowboys are going to score and miss out on the 2-point conversion, and it's going to end 28-20.
The Niners spread is now 9.5. That ain't good.
It went to 9.5.
Bro, shout out to the two best cappers and worst. Well, what the hell? We got to figure out who he's talking about. Who do you think he's talking about? Who are the best cappers? That means either me or JJ is considered as one of the two best cappers.
Trent, this should be a lock for you. You should know exactly who this is. This could be the bet that you actually hit.
I'm not taking it tonight, but no score first 6 minutes. Yes, I will be taking that all season long.
When you just said that, I think the Buccaneers are going to strike so quick tonight, it's not even going to be funny. I like them to strike first there. Going to my final score prediction, I think it's going to be a little bit of a weird game. Again, I think there might be a 2-point conversion that the Bucks go for. I don't know. Something weird is going to happen. The safety, I don't know. Something's going to fuck up the scoreboard where it always allows a team to come in and backdoor cover. I think a lot of people are going to be sweating, and a lot of wives are going to be asking, "Why are you still watching this game? It's a 14-point game with a minute and a half left. There's no chance they come back. There's no chance." Shut up, babe! I'm watching the game. That's going to be what happens tonight. I think it's going to be close. I think, honestly, it's going to be about 33. I'm gonna go with 30-14 No, let's go 17, 30 to 17. You're going to have the Dallas Cowboys having an opportunity to come back and drive and score. I think they ended up I think they're going to bust a lot of people's hopes this early, and I think that they're going to end up covering this game. But I don't want to bet it because I don't bet against Tom, but that's just my opinion.
I guess we found out what who he was talking about when he said 2 best cappers and the worst. Thanks, whatever your name is. I was just about to say something I totally forgot. Damn it.
Probably a good thing.
Let's make some fucking units, boys.
Let's
go. I love it. Guys, this was an awesome show. We're going to be here live next weekend. This is going to be our next week on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Try and move it up, though. We might move it up to 6:30 or 7 Eastern Time. We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, that's true. We're possibly gonna do that. So
and this will be posted on our YouTube channel, and next week it'll actually be live on YouTube. We have some technical difficulties this week, but it'll be live on YouTube moving forward every single week.
Awesome.
You
guys, it was a great first show. We're gonna have some more guests coming on. Trent, good luck tonight on that Leonard Fournette. I cannot wait to see your eyes stand out in that navy blue Ed Sheeran jacket. It's going to be a sight to see.
A TV will be broken if fucking Giovanni Bernard. I didn't even know you're still in the league, dude. That's such a 2010 name. Ed Sheeran. Who signed off on that, damn it? Who at the NFL office was like, guys, Ed Sheeran collab. We're doing it. Let's run it. Merch, the whole 9. Everyone's gonna love it. JJ's gonna love it.
Trent, I just in my head saw that Leonard Fournette's gonna get tackled on the 1-yard line tonight.
Gio Bernard's gonna come in. I would break everything. I would. Well, thanks for having me, guys. Can't wait for the rest of the season with this show. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna make so many units. Units will certainly be lost, but bankrolls will be built like Bob the Builder, baby.
Take care, everybody. It was a great show. Nice seeing you. We'll see you next Thursday. Let's do it.